The consequence on climate change calls for holistic management of water resources. When we are considering all these, competing demands, and they are not, the water in terms of quality and quantity are not available in terms of what we need, then we have to look at the holistic management of water resources. The planning, the designing, the development and management of water resources now depend on the spatial and temporal variation. So while doing this, again, it is also important to consider natural, social, physical, financial, and human capital, as well as cultural, historical, and geographical situation available in the country. Next, please. What brought us to where we are? Mismanagement of water resources. In addition to climate change impacts, water resources have been subjected to the following types of mismanagement: excess withdrawal of water from river leading to reduced capacity for regeneration, excess groundwater withdrawal leading to depletion of water table and degradation of groundwater quality. I'm sure virtually every house in Abuja metropolis has water, has borehole. This is not an effective and efficient way of using, groundwater. So there is excessive groundwater withdrawal. Then mismanaged irrigation system can result in waterlogging and salinity. Disposal of untreated water into stream and aquifers and its application to crops resulting in degradation of land water, which causes health hazard. Next, please. Now, what constitutes our hope in terms of option? Now, developing integrated water resource management as an adaptation strategy. Water resource management, just like the MC said, is not a product, but it's a process, that promotes the coordinated development and management of water. Basically, it is a process of utilization of water resources in such a manner that combined and coordinated resources utilization creates many times, better cumulative value, both in terms of quality and quantity without adverse effects on other environmental resources. Therefore, IWRM is based on 3 principles. If you look at what was discussed, no single solution fitting to all the situation can be developed. It's not a question of one fits all. This implies that all issues cannot be addressed at a time, so we have to prioritize. For instance, are we basing the process of developing our IWRM on flood and drought management, or management of water-logged areas, irrigation and drainage management, and on farm water management? Which of them is it at a priority at a particular point in time? Don't forget, we said development of IWRM as spatial as well as, temporal dimension. Next, please. Yeah. So within the context of the United Nations Development Goals, reducing poverty and hunger, disease and environmental degradation, including having the proportion of this, access to basic drinking water and sanitation service should also be kept in mind when we are doing this. Then further realization in inadequacy of water availability, the approved Agenda 20, further realization of inadequacy of water availability, the approved Agenda 2030 by the United Nations in 2015 provided a new framework in which IWRM and climate change adaptation are considered as components of the planetary efforts towards sustainable development. Specifically, the Sustainable Development Goal 6 is to ensure availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all, and SDG 13 is to take urgent action to combat climate change and its impact. Within Goal 6 of SDGs, the target 6.5 is focused on the implementation of